Hello students, this is Sanjeev Bade from KJ Somaya Institute of Engineering and Information Technology. Welcome you once again to my channel. In this session we will be discussing resolving power of grating. This will be the last session on diffraction topic. If you like my videos, then please subscribe to my channel. What is resolving power? Resolving power of an optical device is its ability to separate closely spaced objects. Now in case of grating, which objects it is going to separate? We have seen if we make white light incident on the grating, 0th order maximum is obtained as white. Means all wavelengths merge in 0th order and not separated. But in higher orders, the wavelengths are separated. If we consider two wavelengths, lambda 1 and lambda 2, lying very close to each other in the diffraction pattern obtained with the grating, the two wavelengths are well resolved. The two wavelengths are well resolved when the spectral line corresponding to them lie far apart from each other. So here, if the spectral lines are lying far apart from each other, the maximum corresponding to those spectral lines also lie far apart from each other. If the spectral lines are merging with no gap between them, then we say that these spectral lines are not resolved. So wavelengths are not resolved. In such case, the maximas corresponding to the particular spectral lines will be very close to each other, as shown here. And we will say that the two spectral lines are just resolved if there is a very thin gap between the spectral lines. So criteria for this just resolution is given by Rayleigh, and it is called as Rayleigh's criteria for just resolution. It states that two wavelengths lambda 1 and lambda 2 are just resolved if principal maximum of one coincides with the first minimum of principal maximum of other, and vice versa. So principal maximum of lambda 1, if it falls on the first minimum of principal maximum of lambda 2, and principal maximum of lambda 2 falls on the first minimum of principal maximum of lambda 1, then we can say the two wavelengths lambda 1 and lambda 2 are just resolved, and we can see a very thin gap between them in the diffraction pattern. So this is the bigger view of Rayleigh's criteria of just resolution. You can see principal maximum of one wavelength coincides with the first minimum of the principal maximum of other wavelength. If two wavelengths are resolved, just resolved by the optical device, then resolving power of that device is given by the ratio of smaller wavelength to the difference between the two wavelengths. So we will use this relation for resolving power, which is equal to lambda upon d lambda, to get the relation for resolving power of a grating in terms of parameters of the grating. We know that on grating there are n number of lines. So we will try to get the relation for resolving power in terms of number of lines on the grating. In order to get the resolving power of a grating in terms of number of lines on the grating, let us make white light incident on the grating. 0th order maximum will be obtained in the same direction. Let us consider two wavelengths, lambda 1 equal to lambda and lambda 2 equal to lambda plus d lambda. Let mth order maximum of lambda is obtained at an angle theta m. Let mth order maximum of lambda plus d lambda is obtained at an angle theta m plus d theta m. So this angle is d theta m. So this angle will be theta m plus d theta m. Let the two wavelengths lambda and lambda plus d lambda are just resolved, and as the two wavelengths are just resolved in mth order, the mth order maximum of lambda plus d lambda will coincide with first minimum of mth order maximum of lambda. So this is the condition for Rayleigh's criteria of just resolution. Because the two wavelengths are just resolved, the maximum of one wavelength, that is lambda plus d lambda, will coincide with first minimum of mth order maximum of the other wavelength, that is lambda. Now we know when the two wavelengths are just resolved, resolving power is given by lambda upon d lambda, the ratio of the wavelength to the difference between the two wavelengths. We will be using this definition of resolving power in order to get the final relation for resolving power of grating in terms of number of lines on the grating. Condition for maximum in case of diffraction grating is A plus B sin theta equal to n lambda, where A is width of the slit, B is width of the separation, theta is the angle at which nth order maximum is obtained. So for mth order maximum of lambda, we can just replace this theta m by d theta m, because mth order maximum of lambda is obtained as at an angle theta m. So for mth order maximum of lambda, we can write A plus B sin theta m equal to m lambda, mth order, so n is replaced by m. Now for mth order maximum of lambda plus d lambda, we can write A plus B sin theta m plus d theta m. So this theta is replaced by theta m plus d theta m, because mth order maximum of lambda plus d lambda is obtained at an angle theta m plus d theta m, and n is replaced by m and lambda is replaced by lambda plus d lambda. So this is the condition for mth order maximum of lambda plus d lambda. So let us call this as equation number 2. So we have written the condition for mth order maximum of lambda plus d lambda as A plus B sin theta m plus d theta m, that is equal to m lambda plus d lambda. Now let us write the condition for first minimum of mth order maximum of lambda. Condition for minimum is given by n into A plus B sin theta equal to n lambda, where this n is number of lines on the grating. This n is number of lines, total number of lines on the grating. It is not number of lines per centimeter. Remember this. This n is total number of lines on the grating. So for first minimum of mth order maximum of lambda, we can just replace this theta by theta m plus d theta m, because this first minimum of mth order maximum of lambda is obtained at this angle theta m plus d theta m, and this n we are replacing by mn plus 1. This n is replaced by mn plus 1 for first minimum of mth order maximum of lambda. Just we remember this n we are replacing by mn plus 1. M is order of the maximum, n is number of lines on the grating. Now why we are replacing this n by mn plus 1? That can be understood from this diagram. Now in this diagram, this is the zeroth order maximum and this is the first minimum of zeroth order maximum. So if you count its order from this center, it can be written as 0 into 5 plus 1. 5 is the number of lines on the grating in this case, because we can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4 minimas between two principal maxima. So that shows n, capital N, that is number of lines on the grating is 5. If you consider this one, that is the first minimum of first maximum, first order maximum, and if you count the number of order of this from the center, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we can get the order of this minimum as 1 into 5 plus 1. So order multiplied by number of lines on the grating plus 1. One more example here. This is the first minimum of second order maximum. Count the order of this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 2 into 5 plus 1, that is equal to 11. So we can generalize this relation as m into n plus 1. So therefore for first minimum of mth order maximum, we can write this n to be equal to mn plus 1. Now just look at this equation number 2 and equation number 3, almost similar. Just if you multiply this equation number 2 by n, we will get this n into a plus b sin theta m plus d theta m, that is equal to m n lambda plus d lambda. And now you can compare equation 3 with the new equation obtained, that is equation number 4. Left hand side of equation number 3 and equation number 4 are same, identical, and therefore we can equate the right hand sides of these two equations and we can get the required relation. So let us try to do this in the next slide. So this is the relation for resolving power, lambda upon d lambda, that we will be using now. We got equation number 3 and equation number 4, and for these two equations left hand sides were same, so we can equate the right hand sides of the two equations. So mn plus 1 lambda is equal to mn lambda plus d lambda. Just multiply this lambda by mn and 1, so mn lambda will get this mn into lambda plus mn into d lambda. So this mn lambda will get cancelled and we will be left with lambda equal to mn d lambda, and now we can get the ratio lambda upon d lambda, that is nothing but resolving power of a grating as m into n. So resolving power of grating relation we have got now, resolving power of grating is given by m into n. So from this relation it is clear that resolving power increases with m. What is m? Order of the maximum. So resolving power is directly proportional to order of the maximum. So in the higher order, resolving power will be more. So some wavelengths may not be resolved in the first order, but in second order they can be seen separately. And resolving power is also proportional to number of lines on the grating, total number of lines on the grating. This is not number of lines per centimeter, remember this. So if you increase the number of lines on grating, resolving power will increase. So let us try to answer some of the simple questions based on this resolving power relation. How can we increase resolving power of a grating? We have found the relation for resolving power, that is equal to m into n. So resolving power of grating is directly proportional to number of lines on the grating. So we can increase the resolving power of grating by increasing number of lines on the grating. Simple. So this is next simple question. What is the advantage of increasing number of lines on grating? So we have seen resolving power is given by m into n, where n is number of lines on the grating. So resolving power is directly proportional to this number of lines on grating. So by increasing number of lines on grating, resolving power can be increased. Also just recollect, intensity of principal maximum in diffraction pattern is directly proportional to n square. So by increasing the number of lines on the grating, we can increase the intensity of principal maximum also. So this is one more advantage of increasing number of lines on the grating. Here are some numericals based on the resolving power of grating relation. A grating has 50 centimeter of surface ruled with 6000 lines per centimeter. What is the resolving power of the grating in the first order? So simple. Resolving power of grating is, we know, m into n. M is given as 1, first order. N is number of lines on the grating, total number of lines on the grating. So there are 6000 lines per centimeter and width of the grating is 15 centimeter. And therefore the total number of lines on grating will be width of the grating multiplied by number of lines on the grating per centimeter. So 15 into 6000, that is 90,000 is the value of n. So resolving power is obtained as 1 into 90,000, that is 90,000. What will be the unit for resolving power? No unit, because resolving power is the ratio of wavelengths. So no unit. Here m is a number and n is also a number. So resolving power will be just a number. Now in this problem we are asked to calculate minimum number of lines required on the grating so that it will just resolve the sodium lines in the first order spectrum. The wavelengths of are 5890 angstroms and 5896 angstroms. So here we know sodium doublet has got two wavelengths, 5890 angstroms and 5896 angstroms. We are trying to resolve them with diffraction grating, and we are asked to calculate how many lines on diffraction grating are required so that resolving power will be enough to separate these two wavelengths. So let us say lambda 1 is equal to 5890 angstroms, lambda 2 equal to 5896 angstroms. M we are asked in first order, so M is equal to 1. We know resolving power is given by lambda upon d lambda, and that is equal to m into n. This lambda is the smaller wavelength, so 5890 angstroms. M is 1, d lambda is the difference between the two wavelengths, that will be 6 angstroms, and the answer is 981.67. But n has to be integer, so 981 number of lines are not enough to separate the two lines, and therefore number of lines required on the grating has to be 982. So total number of lines required on the grating to resolve the sodium lines is 982 in the first order. This is one more. In this what is asked is the smallest wavelength separation that can be resolved in second order at a wavelength 5000 angstroms. So a grating of 2 inches is ruled with 15,000 lines per inch. So total number of lines on the grating can be calculated. 15,000 into 2, that is 30,000. Total number of lines on the grating is 30,000. What is asked here is smallest wavelength separation, that is d lambda is asked here. So resolving power is lambda upon d lambda, that is equal to m into n, and to calculate the value of d lambda we will just write it as lambda upon m into n. Lambda is given as 5000 angstroms, that is 5000 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeters. N is 30,000, so it is a number. Width of grating in inches multiplied by lines per inch, so it will be just a number. So d lambda will be equal to 5000 into 10 raised to minus 8 upon 2 into 30,000, that comes as 0.083 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeters or 0.083 angstroms. So the smallest wavelength separation that can be resolved in second order is 0.083 angstroms. In this problem m was 2. So thank you for watching. Hope these videos are helpful to you. If you like my videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you have queries, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number, or you can communicate through Google Classroom. So thank you once again.